Hey everybody, Oko here, and welcome back to our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. So, as usual, let's do our favorite thing to do around here in Adolin. Check in with Level at the Pioneers Coalition, see what kind of gossip he's got to share with us. Come to shoot the breeze again, Oko? Then let me ask, know anything about all the strange reports we keep getting? That it's all Melvian's doing. Strange? Can you let's do with this. What? You gotta have some respect for the dead. You and I are close, so I know you didn't mean offense, but I wouldn't go around shouting that from the rooftops. Strange? Can you be more specific? Well, your Shaweld and Certus Caverns were never really great vacation destinations to begin with, but lately it's gotten worse. Unidentified beasts are prowling all over, killing pioneers and support staff indiscriminately. Then came the miasma. Unearthly gales, winds piercing the skin like daggers. Choleric miasma choking the land. It's terrible out there, Oko. Just terrible. Adulinians grow up being taught to fear the forest, so it shouldn't come as such a surprise. But I'd be lying if I said I hadn't been blindsided. And it's not just me. The entire coalition's whipped into a frenzy, because nothing we think of helps. Doesn't matter if you're up above ground or sulking in the caves. Pioneering's all-encompassing, and without a proper countermeasure, our hands are tied. Things have only gotten worse since Melvian's passing. Even the leathery one hasn't been the same. Some days back, she went to some convocation of the 12 Orders up at the castle, and when she returned, her face was white as a sheet, and she's remained clammed up ever since. Land shivers, mysterious deaths, quiet maesters. What's Adolin coming to? Tell me, Oko. Tell me things will come out all right. Of course they will. Phew. Hearing you say it almost makes me believe it. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen RCL around here recently. You been keeping tabs on her? You gotta bring some joy to her face. Her smile fills my heart with hope. So he is basically telling us to go to the castle. To go see Arciela. So let's go do that. I have specific instructions not to let any without proper authorization pass. Proper authorization? The instructions from the 12 Orders are absolute, and it's not my place to question their actions. We're here to see Arciela. You must leave. Oko, don't go just yet. I had to go through the official script back there, but I've something for you, from the princess. Dark days may lay ahead for Adolin, but I've watched the princess grow from babe to young woman, and know you can help her, now more than any of us. Please, we're counting on you. Alright, we receive a hastily scribbled note, which is a key item. Temporary one, I'm assuming. Not the letter from Zaid. Here it is. Hastily scribbled note. Examine hastily scribbled note. Though the envelope is delicately sealed with wax in the shape of a swallow, the letter inside contains but 2 words. The port. Alright, so there's a clue. It's telling us to go, I think, to the docks in West Adolin. The waterfront. We're looking for... It's not the port storage this time. I think it's around the lighthouse here. Yeah, here we are. The sunrise beacon. Let's click on that. Oko! What with the commotion at the castle, I knew it'd be best if we met here. Surely the news has reached your ears, too. What news? How couldn't you be? I thought you had feelers out everywhere, but maybe this one passed you by. I'll fill you in. The buzz of the Pioneers Coalition is that something is very, very wrong in the jungle. Luckily, I've access to the closed stacks at the Selenia Memorial Library, thanks to our previous dealings with them. And I've spent many days and nights toiling over the tomes, cross-checking those rumors with past records. I've discovered that there are references to the Cimmerian adherents, the followers of Hades. Their coming in past ages was accompanied by toxic miasmas, blades of wind, and the sullying of the land. Those must be the Zol Triumvirate, that unsettled Sajaka. Surely you haven't forgotten what that sadistic clown Balamor introduced himself as. The Deathborn Zol. That'd mean he's one of the Triumvirate, right? And then there was that ominous passage after he vanished in Rala waterways. Those who heeded his call and swore allegiance to his cause will soon awaken. I'm worried, Oko. 2 locations in particular have been singled out as particularly menacing in recent days: Sirtis Caverns and Yorsha Weld. If we interpret the sullying of the land as Balamor and his minions, then that leaves the remaining 2 Zol. One for the toxic miasma, and one for the blades of wind. The rumors, fragmented as they are, match up perfectly, but the library's historical works are likewise incomplete, and I fear I've exhausted all available resources. But there was someone else on our side, a hero who was there to witness it all. Moramor Sajaka. I think of Moramor? That's right. One of the Founder King's generals who has seen the forces of evil face to face. If anyone can help us, it's him. So that's our next destination, Mount Kamir. And we receive a hastily scribbled note. Oh no, we lost the hastily scribbled note. Yeah, so next we're going to be going to see Sajaka. The location where Sajaka is in, Mount Kamir. Should we have been invited to this gathering? Ursiella and Oko, we've been waiting for ya. But before we get started, I owe ya an apology. An apology? For what? For the whole Hades deal. It was that bastard this whole time. I should have known. But if you know about him now, then does that mean, I found out while you were gone? While dealing with the whole Melvian incident in Lethalia, the World Tree brought forth vivid images in my mind. I can still feel them. And all this time, I had ignored what was right in front of me. Curse the lot of them. My mind blanked out, not for a second, but for minutes, to think. Sajaka regained his former strength, and the World Tree came back to life, and then Hades. That cursed fool came back too. I'd sooner rake my hands o'er hot coals than let it happen, but it was too late. But our problems don't stop there. No, I'm here because of the Zol Triumvirate. Then I can spare you the long explanation, and content myself that you're aware of the disaster they bring about by serving their foul master. The easterly winds have shifted, young ones, heralding the revival of his malicious decadence. Calling it an ill portent would make mockery of the sacrifices August and his generals made. That we all made. But we have yet to bear witness to breaches in the jungle's integrity itself. indicating that neither Hades nor his servants have crested in power. But Sajaka, things have already begun to... No, Princess, they have not. If they were to fully awaken, the land would split in twain, choking tendrils, dragging pioneers into a bottomless crevice. No, what you see now is merely a foreshadowing of what is to come. But we're not exactly sitting pretty here either. You speak truthfully. That's the reason why we've come, to seek your wisdom and experience against your old foes. Balamor. That name is not familiar to me, and you believe he is the most recent incarnation of the Undying Hortus leader? Let's leave that one alone for now. Just forget about him. If what you said is true, he'll probably be content to sit on the sidelines and let it all play out as long as we don't make any sudden moves. He'll look out from his little perch, laughing at how our actions cause the stage to revolve. He thinks we're puppets, dancing around for his own pleasure. And the fewer immediate threats we've got to deal with, the better. And what's this about a grand guignol? Idiots already writing his script when the characters have their own ideas? How things will shake out. We've got two left to deal with, assuming they're the same as they were then. The first, Dokmak, the Brashzal. He is of the toxic miasma. Then there's the one who commands forked lightning and blades of wind, Ashrak, the dusk brood Zol. And if your rumors are true, Princess, then that's exactly who we're dealing with. But, then again, now that we're dealing with this Balamor figure, I wouldn't bet my axe on it. Grah! Does it even matter in the end? We've got to put them out of their misery regardless of whether they're the fiends I remember. I'd hoped it was my time to pass on quietly into the night, but as long as they're here, you've got me by your side. And I shall lend my aid as well, now that I have recovered. Not you, Sajaka, not yet. We might have gotten your scales back and ditched that old curse, but you're in no condition to go sharpening your talons on those two. You gotta get stronger, old friend. Hades is coming back, and we'll need you then more now. You were there, that unholy battleground where our comrades. Leave the Triumvirate to us, and get yourself ready. Perhaps this is for the best. Your hands have proven capable more than once. Okay, time to fly. Just where are we going? Oh, I guess I left that little detail out. Lefalia, where else? The best way to understand the forest is to hear it from the Queen herself. Alright, so here we are in Lefalia. Yeah, we want to go to the Age Stump. We clicked on this before, last time we were here. Let's check it out again. This is how we talk to the Queen. Come, World Tree. Do you hear it, Oko? Your presence here is most welcome. Rosulacia is everything. I no longer have a corporeal form, Princess. I no longer have a corporeal form, Princess. I hope you do not find me overly ghastly. The bonds that we share, when they are close, I retain some semblance of my former self. The world tree's roots have kept me keenly aware of the incidents occurring throughout the land, and so too do I see the reason for your arrival. Forces of the deep that your storied hero sealed away are breathing anew. Their slumber was to be eternal, but the calamity has come full circle. Our mother tree kept the darkness at bay, purging evil as it emerged and preserving the sanctity of the forest. Then it really was the world tree that protected us these long years, as we always suspected. But her strength is not without its limits. You may think it a grand flood, but in due time it will wane to a mere trickle. And soon I will join with Mother. Her life will be mine, and mine hers. I have but precious moments to communicate with you. So we'll never see you again? You will. Our bonds will keep us close, always. The same way I am always with your founder king. Keep my palm safe, Oko, and let it protect you during your hour of need. We are all able to stand here this day because of the sapling you helped bring to revive Mother. Remember, August. Remember the sacrifices he made to seal away the maladies afflicting this realm. It is now your turn to do the same. Fulfill your charge, Oko. Ulbuka needs you. This will guide you to the source. Find it, Oko. And should you go astray, we will be here to light your path. Now we know what we gotta do and how to get there, so let's crack some skulls. Sounds convincing when I say it, but the Zol Triumvirate are more in those umbrals we flattened back in Woe Gates. If you approach it like any old foray, maggots will be peeling your skin off the walls. The predecessors of what you call the 12 Orders, over half of them gave their lives just to contain the threat. But they are our city's most fabled legends. Legends are a pretty thing, Princess, but reality is always much more grim. Dokmak might be the worst. The Zoldef River, over in Forêt de Hanetiel, wasn't always so innoxious. Where his hands touched, the water stagnated and festered. How can we hope to fight against such an abomination? Nature has a way of fighting back, and so do we. Even now, it struggles against the poison and utilizes its potency to fight. How would it? Think. Henna bloom leaves. In its own twisted way, the jungle has wrought life from the grip of death. I have completely forgotten. Those plants have held on for centuries, never once succumbing. The secret to resisting Dokmak's corruption lies there. So we use the flowers to... You got it. That'll be your task. Gather as many as you can so we can figure out how best to use them. Oko and I have other stuff to be doing. And as we don't have the manpower to do it ourselves, I'll do it. Thanks, Princess. We're counting on you. I'll go on back, Oko. I know you and Morimar can handle it. Stay strong. Princess, be mindful of the toxins in the ground. The last thing we need is to lose you. I've got this pinching feeling in my stomach. What do you mean? That whole Hannah Bloom deal was just a farce. I can't have her go off fighting the Zol Triumvirate. We gotta put them down before she figures it out, or she'll be furious with us. Things are different than they were during my time. I can't tell how many things will play out, but putting her in the same situation August was in is unthinkable. I know your little leafkin Ignis is chomping at the bit, too. But we can't let the city's most vital figures perish now, like they did then. August's bloodline has survived to this very day. It would be dark times for us all if it got stamped out now. And, well, what can I say? I've got a soft spot for that young'un. One time, when she was a bit younger, she got lost in the woods, and I sat by her side as she slept, keeping her safe. When she was young? You kept her safe? When she was young? I thought you'd have heard. When she barely came up to her father's waist, she'd escaped from the castle when her maidservants weren't looking, causing who knows how much commotion back in town. That's how Darcelyn and I met her. Heh. It wasn't for terribly long, but I'd never dealt with children before. We were in over our heads, weren't we, Darcelyn? The memories taste of both sweetness and sorrow. When we said our goodbyes, I asked a few someones I knew to make her forget about our meeting, and forget she did. They complained the whole time, but sure did their job well. Just don't let it get back to the princess, you hear? Well, then, we'd better get started. Let's split up and tackle them head on. I'll head to Yorshaweld, where Ashrak will be lying in wait. Darcelyn, you take care of Dokmak over in Sirtis Caverns. Consider it done. With you by our side, Oko, those fiends will rue the day they awoke to terrorize us once more. For the World Tree. For Albuka. We received these two poems, a sky blue poem and a sun yellow poem. We have to take those key items to locations in, as they said, the Sirtis Caverns, and what was the other one? The Sirtis Caverns and the Yorshaweld. So, which one are we going to do first? Well, I think we'll probably... I don't know, I guess we'll do the Yorshaweld one first. First thing I'm going to do is just head back to town so I can just prepare properly for this. So I'm going to talk to Floriset here by the exit, and one thing I want to do is, since we're going to be going out fighting, make sure that we have Ionis. There we go. Off we go to the Yorshaweld. Oh, I think we finally found it. That took a long time. Where is it? Okay, there. Very inconspicuous spot. Let me look at this. Oh my goodness. That's nowhere near where it said to look. That's southeast. It's set on line southwest. Oh boy. Okay, let's just see if this is the right thing. Oh, wow. That took a long time. Okay, so... where is it? Okay, so let's click on this wavering flux here. My curse is absolute. Even should I perish this day, it shall remain for eternity, and never will Albuka know peace. You shall not tread upon this land again. Oh, his ears fell off. Don't touch them. Up ahead is where Ashrok's blood spilled upon the ground. Should he be released from his prison, the taint will spread, and poisonous blooms will grip the land tighter still. They are not of this world, and defile the laws of nature. If we do not purge this blight, it will engulf all life. We must not fail. I can smell it, the blood of my foes, their fear. I am Ashrok, one of the 3 emissaries of my lord Hades. So the world tree attempts to thwart my malediction. How quaint. I shall devour your souls and feed them to my master. Alright, so we just click on the spot again and enter Yggdrasil Beckons. Alright, so hopefully our Creed armor will be strong enough for this. So you can see Mormar up ahead there. He's going to be helping us in this battle. You know, and eventually we will be able to gain Mormar as a trust. So we're going to have a little preview here of what it's like to fight with him. So there's our trusts, and then we'll just eat some food. Alright, let's go. Alright, I don't see any minions or anything here. It's just him. Ashrok. Let's go. Oh, those weren't his ears. They're like little bones coming out of his back. Are they supposed to be like wings or something? I don't know. Weird. Maybe they're like little rockets that kind of keep him floating. Let's do some buffs here. Alright, there we go. There's a whole bunch of buffs. No, we're not doing very well here. He seems to have a lot of hit points. Holy smokes. And we're looking a little weak. I don't know. Wow. Holy smokes. I wonder if we should switch to the Outrider mail. Oh my god. We're having the same problem. This Creed armor is not strong enough. Oh, we got healed. We did get healed. We survived that. Yikes. Let's see how this works. Not very good. I'm switching to the Outrider mail. We can do this right in the middle of battle. Let's do it. Let's see if that improved anything. Getting our asses kicked here. I think I should probably equip my Aegis as well. Because this guy's casting some nasty magic here and there. Okay, I'm just going to chill out for a little bit now and just keep fighting. And every time I get 1,000 TP, I'll use Savage Blade. And we'll just see how we do. We seem to be a little more stable now that we have the Outrider mail on. I don't think he... Oh, what's that? What the hell? Hellspawned Orthrus. I wasn't expecting that. I don't think we need to kill him completely. I think he just needs to get his hit points down to a certain point. That thing is after a Puru, it looks like. I think we seem to be okay here. Heal, heal. We need to heal. Oh, we lost to Puru. Darn it. Well, now we're in trouble. Well, I'm just gonna try and get through it. I don't know. Ah, too bad. No, didn't think so. What happened? Did we do it? I think we just squeaked by there. Just barely. Wow, yeah, I think someone had like a weapon skill, I think, that probably took a bunch of his hit points off at the end there. You think my life forfeit? But nothing could be further from the truth. There exists no light without shadow. From shadow I come, and from shadow shall I be reborn. Hades, I... Alright, so we got Asherak's Blood Sigil. Alright, so I'll just keep this armor on for now, because we're going to be basically just going to the Certus Caverns and doing the exact same thing. We're going to find an area that has a wavering flux, and we are going to engage in battle. We should be getting close now. We want to be in K11, so yeah, this part, there we are. So let's just keep our eye out now for, there it is, I just saw it. I just had it for a brief second. Did we pass it? I could have sworn I saw it. Well, my mind is playing tricks on me, I guess. I just saw it again. Yeah, there. Right there. Oh. The wavering flux. So it's in this, right, this little tip here. I see. Okay. Had a little home of its own right here on the end of this tunnel. So let's click on the wavering flux. Ver, Heg, Zol, no, Dvi. Gedi. This is the spot where Dokmak drew his last breath. Should the bonds of the world tree falter, a miasma of unparalleled proportions will grip the caverns. It would take a supernatural force to cleanse the air should that come to pass. All will die, it is inevitable. We must stop him from fully resurrecting. Vrr. Whoa, 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 whoa. Vrr. Whoo, 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 whoo. Mankind? Urge. Energic me. Kill. Alright, so we spend the sun yellow poem to enter. And as soon as they're ready, yeah, we'll bring our trusts, and we're going to be joined by Darcelin in this battle. I wonder if we can call him as a trust. Probably not, huh? They probably block that one. I don't want to try. Let's stick with my usual party. And we got our Outrider mail on. I think that's just a good idea. We've still got our food buff going, so yeah, let's just go for it. So, I didn't know we'd have little little minions here, but I think I'm just going to concentrate on Dokmak. Let's just see how we do here. Hopefully we can maybe kill those minions with some area effect damage from Shantoto. Oh yeah, let's not get lazy here. Let's get our buffs going. Don't forget that. I always forget those. Yeah, it says he's very weak. It says online he's very weak. Oh my god, we're hit points. Oh my god. Apuru, help us. And I'm gonna use my invisible if I can. Where is it? Up here. Ah. Yikes, I'm kind of scared. I want to get through this. Oh, Valanero, man. Oh, here's Savage Blade. Oh, we lost Valanero. Darn it. Well, shoot. Now we're toast. Unless the Puru can heal us. Oh, we're dead. Okay. Darn it. That's too bad. Alright, so here we are, back at the Certus Caverns once again. So, I didn't, I think we're just gonna have to get a lucky run at this. But one tip I did see online was a recommendation to try Celtius in this battle. This guy's apparently very weak to thunder, gravity, magic. I don't know if that plays a part with Celtius. I never use him because he's kind of weird. But I don't know. Here we go. Let's just see what happens here. And I still don't know if I should be going after those malignant AQX either. But I'm gonna just kind of actually. Another thing, I'm gonna stay behind him. I have a feeling that some of the poison he's spitting out and stuff might be directional. I don't know. I'm just gonna stay back here, and let's just see how this goes this time, with a slightly different party. Looks like our food wore off too, so I'll use another one of those. So, I don't really know what to say. I've just been kind of like plugging along here for a while. Hasn't been too many new developments. Yeah, I'm gonna just save my TP up all the way. Why not? Yeah, I think one of these malignant AQX is on my ass right now. Okay, here we go. Almost 3,000 TP. Here we go. There's another 3,000. No, that didn't move his hit points at all. Well, it did, a little tick. But yeah. So, what do you guys think? Are we doing any better here? I think so. Not sure where our Shell and Protect are. Puru's probably been too busy with Cure. Okay, I'm just gonna start doing individual weapon skills now out of thousands. Oh my god, I need more. Yeah, he's put this max hit point down thing on us, which is a real bummer. It makes us very susceptible. Come on, guys. A little more. Ugh. Ah, darn it. What happened? Oh, did we win? I don't know. Kind of confused there. Always get confused in these battles how they end like that. I think we won. Hope. Yeah, because we're not dead, so we obviously did it. Hades! Nogretsterb darkens. No. Yeah. This. Alright, we obtained Dokmak's blood sigil. So, I will meet you guys in Lefalia now, where we'll go and report back to the Queen. Hey there, Arciela. Moramar, Darcelin, and Oko. Tell me, just where were you off to? I gathered as many Hannah Bloom leaves as I could find, but when I came back, no one was here, and you showed no signs of coming back. You tricked me and went to battle the Zal Triumvirate, didn't you? How could you? It wasn't all that, Princess. We just didn't want to see you get hurt. Yeah, we had no other choice. Isn't that right, Oko? Blame Moramar. Ask for forgiveness. I won't let you off so easy. You have to promise never to leave me behind again. I promise. Sure. Agree with her. She's tough. She can handle herself. I'm gonna hold you to that. If you try again, I'll follow right on your tail anyway. If you try again, I'll follow right on your tail anyway. Ah, my dear princess and friends. Has your fit finally reached a crescendo? Not that it makes a whit of difference. I've got to commend your aptitude at bringing the curtain down on those two. Ballamore! I might even bring you in for a callback. Oko, was it? Am I right? I do hate mismatching pioneers' faces. You all look so much alike. But what's this you have? Oh, a key to the depths of the Taurus, I see. Splendidly done. Hades is only a soliloquy away. No one's looking forward to your dance more than me. Rest assured, I'll be in the rafters until the final scene. Bring down the house. Show your audience that you're no 2-bit player in this most epic of sagas. Yes, a saga that I have orchestrated for you. So, that's the Ballamore you have been on about. Surely a hard nut to crack. And what could he have meant by an audience? He seems unlikely to intervene, but do not let your guard down for a second. If we're willing to believe him, this thing here'll lead us deep within the Taurus. Suppose I shouldn't have expected Hades to be bursting forth from the front gate. You know what we gotta do, Oko. And Princess, I'm really sorry. I thought I was keeping you safe, but I didn't realize what it meant to you. Forgive me. Darcelin, Oko, and I won't keep you away any longer, if that's what you really want. Together we stand. Together we fall. You're right. I can and I must. We can do it as long as we're together. To the Taurus, to stop Hades. Okay, I think we just have to go to that inner court place that we worked so hard to get. That, in the middle of the inner court of Razkan, whatever it's called. Yeah, Rakaznar. This one. Let's go here and see what happens. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was confusing. There's no map here. Okay, so we just gotta go down. A resume point. We wanna go down, down, down. And we're looking for... Whoa! What just happened? What the heck? That was weird. Down. I don't know where we're going. I'm just going to keep going down. It's making me very nervous not having a map here. We're looking for something. What are we looking for? We're looking for something called an ominous postern. Maybe this is it up ahead here. Oh, thank God. So, okay. Let's look around a little bit here. There's like weird little amoebas in this water. Yeah, there's water here. Whoa. Ugh, this place is weird. Let's get... So it must be that giant triangle thing that we saw outside. Oh, okay, so let's click on this ominous postern. I think we'll get another cutscene here. To think our foe lies beyond this door. But Moramar and Darcelin aren't here yet. I wonder what's keeping them. We've got to go in. It's best to wait for them. We'll wait for our friends. You're right. That's for the Oko! Arciella! Darcelin, what's wrong? Did something happen? You must not go any closer. What is... Oko, I can't control... It is too late. Oko and Arciella, how many moons has it been? I see that one of your ragtag entourage is conspicuously absent. No matter. Melvian! No man is born into this world without sin. We all have darkness in our hearts. Yet some tuck it away better than others. Men are born into the world whole, but their spirits live on even as their bodies crumble into dust. They float through time and space, some days, some weeks, some centuries, until they are eventually given life again. Spirits never know release from their torment, all owing to the gloom that resides within each of us. And what do they carry with them as they revive anew? Nothing. They are ethereal strings, stretching from existence to pointless existence. Yet if we try to tie the ends together, to close the circle, we discover only that they extend farther than our hands can reach. What is the purpose of life, if its inevitable destination is despair? I pity those lost souls who will never attain true awareness, and thus I have no choice but to snuff each lone candle out, and once that task is done, I will rebuild a new, more natural order. You mean how is it that evil? By bringing death, I create new life. And the only way to save a spirit is to annihilate it. Vana'diel is a fickle place. Despite your endless meandering, you occasionally give life to exceptional individuals, an awakening. Your much-lauded August was one such man. These anomalies across the ages are spiritual leaders, erudite sages, ferocious generals, and more. Perhaps you are the same, perhaps not. Maybe you are a sign, sent to guide me on the right path. There are things that even someone with endless hosts like myself does not know. Will you be the ones to open the gates to paradise? Gates to paradise? Listen to me, bleeding like a fool. You have come to stop me, have you not? August did the same. Do the lot of you not realize how absurd this is? Surely you cannot mean to succeed. If you know not your place, then I shall show you. Look upon me and despair. Despair at the futility of your struggle. Grah! It would serve you better to put more weight into your blade than your war cries. Stop spitting out filth and fight like a man. Moramar, I tried to stop them from entering, but it was too late. There's no way we can fight them like this. Darcelin, take Oko and the princess and get out of here. By your word. But why? With all of us here, surely we can... It's not about defending to the last, Darciella. There's a reason for... A fatal mistake to let your guard down, fool. Moramar! Ugh. Don't underestimate this old man, demon spawn. And old you are indeed. Think you're clever, do ya? Maybe I'm not half the man I once was, but I've got wisdom now I didn't then. Don't pretend to be all high and mighty with... Darcelin, you gonna stand there agape, or get your hide out of here like I asked? Go! I can only protect you for so long. And you too. I need you to trust me on this one. Throwing a bunch of words at you as explanations isn't gonna help. Flee while you can. I've got a little someone taking care of things for me. I should be able to hold out until you haul your butts out of here. Resist all you want, stubborn fool. I shall delight all the more once your spirit is finally broken. Rah! Climb on. But we can't. I said on! I know your type, Marmar. You stand tall and true, knowing you have played your role in this charade. So the best way to get to you is by slaying your friends. Take a look. Moramar! Moramar, why? Are your ears stuffed with cotton? Run while you can! And abandon you to this monster? No, together we stand. Don't run foolishly into death, Darcelin. I've taught you all you need to know. Now get your mangy hide out of here. Moramar! What? For once, would you just listen? A bit overconfident, throwing away your weapon, Don't you think? Get away! Leave now! Stubborn to the last. You shouldn't be saving your master. You should be listening to him. Get him out of here! Oko! We've got to leave it to him. We've got to stand strong. Let's leave it to him. But we can't. Princess, you heard him. If we do not leave now, then we all die. Take to me. If you say so. As long as I'm keeping him occupied, you should be able to bust through the door. May the wind be at your back, Darcelin. Moramar, please forgive us. How long do you plan on clinging to your pitiful existence? Ugh. Did someone show you how to resist me for so long? Tell me, Moramar. What have you learned? That's a good question. But what would I gain from telling you? It matters little. You have been a thorn in my side for too long. Ugh. I thought it was mere resilience, but I underestimated your resolve. What unworldly forces has the betrayer given you? Survive you might, but your soul will never again know solace. I will release you from such painful shackles, Moramar. Have you any last words you wish the ages to record? I've got no words for you, other than these. The next generation will come for you, no matter how much flesh you flay from this old corpse. I'm glad I can sacrifice myself, just like August did. Oko, you look quite pale, and with the Lady Arciella in tow. Nothing pleases me more than to see you have both successfully escaped. I have been waiting for you. Theodore? One of you is missing. What is that supposed to... No! No need to be so defensive. The two of us have a history of camaraderie together. Do we not, Oko? I am not now, nor have I ever been your enemy. This may seem strange, Princess, but I guarantee he is on our side. Come, we have much to speak of, and this is not a safe place to do so. Let us head to the summit of Mount Camir, where your most holy of dragons awaits. I shall meet you there. I don't understand. What could dear Theodore want? I cannot fault your trepidation, but we must make haste. This land is not safe for us anymore. Forgive me for saying this, Oko, but your tendency to be one step behind seems to be literal as well as figurative. Where to begin? Why start with more ephemeral topics when we can focus on someone close to our hearts, Moramar? But if we take things out of order, then their heads will spin so fast they'll go tumbling right off the cliff. I suppose that means I must lead you toward a most uncomfortable truth. You cannot defeat Hades as things stand, and I need you to carefully listen to the reason. In this quest to keep himself from dissipating into nothingness, Hades engraved a piece of himself onto the souls of each member of the Zol Triumvirate. How would he go about doing that? It is not as peculiar a technique as you might surmise. Why, it is the same technique as that used by the key to the Founder King's grave, passed on from each generation of the Order of Adeline to the next. A key, princess, whose passing you once witnessed. That key, engraved with the soul of Ignis himself, was also once handed over to Oko temporarily. You mean the one and same. Hades used a similar ritual to create blood sigils on the spirits of his 3 most trusted underlings. Blood sigils? Most sinister, no. But as long as they exist, you cannot vanquish Hades. I don't understand. The sigils are inexorably intertwined, not just with the Triumvirate, but with Hades' soul itself. These sigils not only provide entry to the Turris, but they are an armor stronger than the thickest mithril. The Zol Triumvirate are inscribed with these profane marks. Any harm inflicted upon Hades mars instead the flesh of those 3 abominations. What does that mean? Then our attacks against him? What does that mean? Exactly what it sounds like. Wounds do not affect him. An entire retinue could slice and hack at him for days, but you may as well assault the sea with a saber. But those sigils serve another purpose. They are symbols of the Triumvirate's total fealty. How could they be anything less? Hades has engraved himself upon their very souls. Theodore, why do you know all this? Please tell me. That which I thought I had unraveled has come twisting back to me. Come back to you? No, you can't mean. I do. It prevents me from heading towards Hades' domain. As I said, they are symbols of absolute fealty. As it was then, his blood sigil takes hold of me once more. No! Surely you understand now, princess. Though he once served under the monster, he is now one of the 7, the undying Nakual. In the flesh. Theodore and Nakual? Yes. Sajaka and Moramar have long protected Albuka from that which sought to engulf it, and so, too, have I. In the age of the Founder King, I had originally pledged my life to Hades, but came to embrace August and all he stood for. And now I stand before you. When Moramar bid you flee from the Turris, he was not acting irrationally, far from it. I am the reason for his actions. But how? Why? Because the blood sigil prevented me from laying siege myself. No. When I caught wind that he was making haste for the Turris, I cut him off and revealed the truth. Forgive my squawking like a colibri repeating the same phrase thrice over, but Hades cannot be vanquished as long as the sigils are manifest. How can you call something a battle when the enemy's victory is already assured? I was not but honest. Had you fought alongside him in that struggle, all of you would have been consumed and confronted face to face, engaged with death itself. Escape would have been utterly impossible. Someone had to stay there and confront him alone, so that the rest would survive. In a word, I sentenced him to death. I confided that the only way for you to survive was for him to sacrifice himself. And do you know how he replied? I've got no problem giving up my life if it means protecting those dear to me. How fitting. Moramar, why? Why did you have to suffer alone? Oh no. You surely understand the implications, having toppled both Ashtrak and Dokmak. To them, the marks are a blessing, but to me, a curse. and Hades will not go quietly into the night as long as any of the marks survive. There is only one way. You must wrest my mark from me. In the same way as the hallowed August did so many centuries ago. Yet here is not a place for bloodshed. We must go somewhere more appropriate. Here. I'll await you in Rala Waterways, in the Water Garden Coliseum. And Princess, I forbid you from taking part. For the mark to be extinguished, I must challenge Oko with the utmost rancor. I understand. But I have one request. Though I cannot take part, I would like to be present as one of August's heirs. I fear your bravery outstrips your wisdom here, Arciela. You may not like what you see. I won't shy away from my people's future. Spoken like a true leader. When next I see you, it will be on the field of battle. Theodore had always struck me as being more than he let on, but never would I have imagined he lived during the time of the Founder King. You knew each other? I thought he was a libertine myself. I don't even know what a libertine is. In a word, yes, I had been lost in thought in the library, when he gave me a kind word and an encouraging nod. Ever since then, he's always been there to listen to my troubles. It was he who suggested that I register at the Pioneers Coalition, so I could leave for the jungle more formally. He was almost mystical, yet he was very down to earth and accepted me for all my flaws. You knew each other? Okay, I thought he was a libertine myself. Hee, isn't that a little mean? But given that pioneers always spread rumors about him drowning in drink and gambling at the Mummers Coalition, I can't fault you for thinking that. If you ask me, his blending in with the citizens of Adeline was too much of a risk. Right as I would forget about him, he would come bounding up the mountain with fanciful tales of the sights he saw and people he met. A youngling again, he seemed to be, as if the centuries of his life touched him not. Lest you be fooled, Oko. He is unlike any of the other Nakuals you have faced. Never let your guard down for an instant. And if you cannot even best the man in black, rest assured that Hades would grind your bones into dust and come for your eastern homeland. So fight with him, vim and vigor. He expects no less of you, nor do I. You have proven your mettle before, and a warrior such as he, who brought the founder king to a standstill, will show you no quarter. Remove the curse the dread lord has placed upon him. Go. Death waits for no man. We receive a key item there. The Ash Runic Board, and that will allow us to enter the battle with Theodore in the Rala Waterways. So let's head back to Adeline and do exactly that. So here we are in the Rala Waterways that we entered from East Adeline. Whoops. Over here. We've been here before. This is where the water... What is it called again? The Coliseum. Watergate Coliseum or something like that. But first we can talk to Yega here for a cutscene. Tell me, the stars in the sky, what do you think they are? They dot the black sky, providing thousands of little lights to shine down on a cold winter's eve, but in reality, they are each separate worlds, not unlike our own. At least, that's what some sages so outlandishly claim. When you gaze up into the night, have you ever thought about how blessed you are that they exist? The winds may shift, the land may quake, and gods are born and die, but the stars remain forever unchanging. And during the day, when black waxes blue, Have you ever pondered the glory of the daytime? Here we sit, underground, surrounded from top to bottom, left to right, by stone walls that block the sky from view. Yet the blue sky and starry night wait patiently for us to take but one step above ground. You find that to be an unwavering truth, do you not? Would that life were that simple. No, what you take to be a given is not the case for others. Permit me to reminisce about the past before we duel, about the time I first met the entity you know as Hades. He was not always known by that name, and I was but a loyal follower. My memory beyond that time is hazy, but I do recall that much. He was a man of ambition, a man with a lust for power and influence. History talks of kings and emperors, of soldiers and generals, but their desires to leave their mark for future generations pale in comparison to his. He commanded huge swaths of the populace, his precedence divine, and I, too, chose to follow in his path. I respected, adored, and envied him. In his search for a way to attain the unattainable, he found the truth. The truth of how to overcome his mortal shell and become something greater. Become more than human? He stepped beyond all boundaries known to man and discovered a realm beyond our own. A different realm? Yes. He named it Tartarus. That is also the approximate time he began referring to himself as Hades. Not content to merely discover a new land, he began to gather servants that would bend totally to his will. He was single-minded of purpose and desired underlings to serve him unfalteringly. He called forth beings that had no right to be in this world, the Cimmerian adherents. The other two members of the Zal Triumvirate were likewise summoned from that most unholy of domains. It is likely that Balamor was as well. How do I know all this? Because I ranked above all his other followers. Although as I turned my eye to the past, I realized that minion might be the more appropriate term. By his will I entered Tartarus, and it was there that I discovered them. It was by my hand that they were brought forth to Vanadil. Theodore, you did what? Would that it were possible to deny it, but I will not shirk from speaking the truth. It was then that Hades began to change. How did he change? You discovered them? When was this? How did he change? I know not what powers he obtained when he surpassed the confines of flesh, nor what realities he saw. The only clue I had was these cryptic words. All are lost, their spirits wandering endlessly through the darkness. I will help them transcend their suffering. I will give them death, and all will become one. It was my job, he remarked almost flippantly, to help him see his goals through. I felt tugged in all directions, but he invested in me a fraction of the energies he gathered from Tartarus. And so, I became the first of the Zal Triumvirate. Hades and I were not brought into this world as undying beings. We were human, just like the two of you. You discovered them? I was his follower, and he used me to further his own ends. I journeyed through the void of Tartarus alone, and every demon I subjugated I made swear a vow to serve Hades. Ashrak, Dokmak, the Cimmerian adherents, all of them were blasphemous entities from that sealed land. Yet not all capitulated easily. There was the 6 Nakuals and Sajaka. They did not fully succumb to my tortures. Their oaths did not ring true to my lord, and he confined them deep within the shadowy realm. So they were left to fester. When was this? We were discussing the stars at the start of our conversation, Oko, and that leads me into this next tale. The Tartarus was a land without stars or blue skies, though I cannot say it was a confined location. It was utterly sealed within itself. It was not wholly unlike these waterways. You can stretch your arms out above or below you, but are you in the end blocked in? Our future was much the same. I could not tell you how many days and nights I spent wandering that black land. How pointless it is to count time in a world that knows neither dawn nor dusk, and how much more laughable does that become to one who does not age. It was an endless parade of bloodshed, with no respite in sight. I lost control of what made me human and succumbed to the darkness. That may have been the very reason he chose to send me to Tartarus. Despite his centuries of dormancy, his goal has remained firm and absolute. This brand, this blood sigil, it binds my soul to his, so his intentions are as clear as crystal to me. One's death should not be for another to decide. You may find such a truth to be self-evident, but at the time it did not occur to me. I was like a zombie, mindlessly following Hades' orders, until I met August. If I had not seen that most noble visage, I might still be under the Dread Lord's thrall this very day. I would be without a will to call my own, content with blindly culling those who dared defy him. The only path left to me was one of darkness, shambling from battle to battle, sans thought or pause. When my future had been locked into place by another, August came and released me from my prison. His face was a radiant beacon in the darkness, outshining even the scales of Sejaka himself. Of course, were I to tell our dragon friend, he would likely chew on my head as a snack. But the past is in the past, and we must now look toward Olbuka's future. The only way to reason the blood sigil is to sever my spirit from my body. August was aware of this as well, and it is why he showed no mercy in our combat. Oko, you must vanquish me. There is no other option. You must, as he did. Never would I have thought the same story would play out twice, but despite what August showed me, our destinies are not fully in our own hands. Forgive me my divergent ramblings. You have a task to which you must attend. You stand no chance against Hades if you cannot fell even one such as me. Princess, I bid you to wait outside the ring. But never once avert your eyes, for it is your responsibility to witness this clash, and whatever end awaits. Of course. So you have elected to come alone. Bravery worthy of August himself. This scene repeats itself, down to the last detail. Is that confidence or brashness I see in your eyes? Does it even matter in the end? Be aware, the years have taken nothing from me. I will not hold back. Come, defender of Ulbuka. Yeah, we do have the... I forgot, we do have the key item, the Ash Runic Board, but we can, like I said, we can get another one by just clicking on the door, I think, after the next game day. But anyway, let's see how we do here. We can call our trusts. Still have our food buff from the last battle, which is kind of surprising, actually. Alright, we'll bring in our fabulous 5 here. So I've done no research on this battle. I have no idea what to expect. Let's see how we do against Theodore. Let's see how things go. do an intervene. Okay, that should be good. Alright, so looks like he has a lot of hit points. His hit point bar is not moving very much. So I think I'll just chill out here for a little while and just see how we do. And I think I'll also... I wonder... Here, let's just try a weapon skill. I don't know if I should save up for 3,000 TP. Savage Blade 2,000. Yeah, that's not very good. I think I'll save up my TP and see if that does any difference. So here's a 3,000 TP Savage Blade, and that did 3,800. That's not very good. The 1,000 did 2,000 and something, so... Oh. I might as well just do 1,000 TP weapon skills. Wow, this is going to take a long time, huh? But anyway, we'll just keep on going and see how we do. Well, we've lost some people. We lost Zaid and Shantoto, so we could be in trouble. And we lost Dix and Mile. It's not looking good. No, there goes Valenerol. Well, it's just up to me. It's not going to happen. We're pretty much done. I kind of wish I could just exit the battle now, but I don't know. I guess we'll just keep going. I don't know what kind of hope we have for this. We do have a 20-minute time limit. I don't think I can do this on my own in 20 minutes. And we'll see. Well, if we've learned anything from these last few boss battles, it's that our armor is, at this point, getting extremely under-leveled, let's just put it that way. So yeah, once we finish this episode, starting the next episode, we're definitely going to be taking some time to do some armor upgrades. Oh god, I just want to end this. Maybe I should just... you know what? I hate to do this. I'm just going to let him kill me. Or I'm just going to go like this. This is not going to happen. It's just taking too long. Yeah. I'm just going to let him slaughter me. We got to redo this. Okay, so yeah, it's 8:30. Yeah, we'll just wait for the next game day and we'll just try again. There we go. Yeah, we're going to need to wear the Outrider mail from the beginning. Yeah, so I'll be right back. Alright, so we seem to be doing pretty good here. Now Theodore, I think like the others, only needs to have their hit points brought down to about 10%. Not 0. So we're definitely getting close. And we seem to be keeping things together. Yeah, it sure makes a big difference when we switch to that Outrider mail. Yeah, I definitely want to upgrade the Empyrean armor though soon, so... Yeah, doing pretty good here. I think we're going to be alright. What's this? Whoa, he's doing something different. That wasn't too bad. Or amnesia, so we can't use our weapon skills right now. Oh, wow. Yeah, not much more to say here. He's just about done, I think. We'll see. I think 10% is probably half of that that's left. Still can't use our weapon skills, so we'll just keep building our TP. Oh, there we go. Now we can. We'll wait till 2000. Here we go. That was 4,500 damage from Savage Blade. Here comes another Savage Blade. Almost. Yeah, but sure makes a big difference when you wear that Outrider mail. So there we are. Looks like he's done. Splendidly done, Oko. Theodore! Did you think my assertion of immortality to be hyperbolic? Lest you think I do not feel pain, I do, though I cannot cross over. I have been at the brink several times, and it is not an experience I ever desired to repeat. And the closer I get, the worse it is. But my soul is free from icy grip once more. With this, you should be able to slay him once and for all. Of course, saying such encouraging words only makes light of the situation, for his power is orders of magnitude greater than my own. Consider yourself duly warned. And with that, I bid you leave me to my thoughts. The conflict has worn me out. True, I may be unable to age, but I was old enough when I became that way. Leave a gentleman to his aches and pains. But make a solve for me before you go. Oh, Theodore, Princess. Or rather, Arciella. You did your family proud, remaining steadfast in the face of such a violent struggle. Thank you. So this is what it feels like to be my own man after all these years. And their friend, Balamor. That was quite the parting gift. If he was able to manipulate the blood sigils, then he may be more than just an ordinary member of the Triumvirate. They best not underestimate one such as he. I can only hope. So there we go. We got all kinds of things there. We got an aged, undying Nakual crest, Theodore's blood sigil. The 3 blood sigils begin to pulse a violent crimson, and then we obtained a crystallized sight key. Yeah, so that's it. I guess we're gonna have to just okay. What we're gonna do is there's just basically now all that's left to do is head to Hades and fight him. So yeah, by heading to Rakaznar. But yeah, no, we've done really well. We're almost done the Adeline storylines. We just have a little bit more to do in Hades, but we'll be getting back to that. All right, and so now by the next episode, we should also be caught up with our Atragon grinding, where we were working on our mythic. So we should have our Burt Gang and O-Chain Shield by the next episode. So we'll have all the equipment. It will be completely done and have access to all of our equipment. It's just a matter of upgrading it. Starting in the next episode. We'll be all caught up. Okay, so we're starting things off here in Rulud Gardens and Juno, and I want to do a series of quests which will open up some different teleportation methods. We've always had access to things like home points and the survival guides, and we've seen other ways of transporting, like the Abyssia people, the people in town that transport you to the Abyssia zones, or the Cavernous Maws at least, that take you there. And then, of course, Adolin has their own transportation system. And here's this guy here at Rulud Gardens, Anastas. I'm sure we must have talked to him when we first came to Juno, whenever that was. God, that must have been like episode 8 or something like that. But I don't remember exactly what he said, so we're probably not going to get the exact cutscene or conversation that I'm hoping for, because we've already kind of had that. But let's see what happens when we talk to him now. Oko, my friend, it is good to see you again. Yeah, see, I don't remember talking to him before. With what may I assist you today? Anyway, this guy tells us about proto-crystals that allow us to transport around the world. So it's this one. Researchers from the West. This was the quest I had accepted from this guy. Maybe I'll see if I can find that original conversation. I don't know. That's like that was over a year ago when I played that. But a researcher expedition from the sacred city of Adolin is seeking collaborators. They require information about geomagnetic founts in various areas to assist in the testing of their mystical devices. All right. So he gave us a key item, which we should also have. So here it is, and he gave us this, a prototype attuner. A crystal that stores kinetic units and allows the recording of geomagnetic founts. Due to its nature as a prototype, its appearance is rather unrefined. Okay, and we've had this all along, ever since episode 8, and I don't know what we've been doing with it. We might have activated some founts, I don't know, so we're going to find out today. So basically, we're going to go to different... we're going to go to different areas around the world and talk to people who will activate our proto waypoint for us. All right? So that's what we're going to be doing, and then we'll come back to him. So like I said, we're about to go to find a bunch of people who I've probably already talked to, and if they brought up proto teleporter or whatever it is, I probably didn't know what they were talking about. So, the first place we'll check out is Selbina. Aha! There he is. So we want to talk to this person, Gilia. So I guess all these people will be guarding their own little waypoint. Hi there, I'm Gilia. Teehee? Oh, isn't that one of those prototype attuner things? If you have one of those, it must mean, aha, I think I get it now. Anastas sent you, didn't he? See, I'm so smart. Teehee. You want to record the spot, maybe? Yes. What a dumb question. Of course you do. Just touch this sensitive area right here with your prototype attuner, and we're done. Be gentle now. Teehee. Your prototype attuner has been attuned to a geomagnetic fount in Selbina. How'd it feel? Well, it mustn't have been too bad, because, it looks like you got what you came for. I have to watch over this waypoint and whatnot, so come by any time. I'll take you places you've never even dreamed of going. Teehee. Quite a flirt. Aw, you mean I have to make a report to Anastas? That's kind of not fun. I'm, supposed to be doing neat investigatory stuff and whatnot, you know. I don't have time to go make a report. I'm definitely not saying that because the milk here is just to die for or anything, okay? It does go down awful smooth, though, and I hear the wrinkly dried goods look terrible, but taste even better. Teehee. I'm about to make some important headway and stuff into the water crisis Adelin's facing. No joke. Yeah, so tell them my hands are completely full right now. Alright, so we may now travel to Selbina via waypoint. I guess by clicking on this. I'd rather... Oh yeah, so there it is. Yeah. Now we can go to Ruler Gardens. Yeah, we can go to these places because we bought those waypointed tuners from that person in Adelin. Alright, so the next person we want to talk to, let's head to Mora. Alright, I think I remember seeing a tuner over here. Aha. Look for the blue light. So, we want to talk to... I guess it's this guy. I remember this guy. Vaguely. Zurko Bazurko. Oof. Imagine being born with that name. Wow. The fate of the world hangs in the balance, understand? You're to report that the Zurk is on a mission of the most epic proportions for the good of all mankind. There is no other option. So we must have already attuned this one for me. Feast your eyes upon me, the Master Waster of 1,000 runes, straight-a-roo from the alleys of Adelin, the one, the only Zurko Bazurko. So, this one I guess we've already done. When we talked to him last time, I suppose we open that one up. Maybe I'll see if I can find that clip. I have no idea. Alright, so next we'll head to Rabao. Alright, so here at Rabao, we're looking for someone named Kui. Starts with a Q. Oh, here it is. Alright, so let's talk to Kui Orib. You have my eternal gratitude. I will say with 90% certainty that you will embark upon a long and arduous journey. Just remember that sometimes it's nice to stop and smell the oasis. Yeah, so I think we did another quest for her, too. I think that's probably what she's talking about there. But it looks like this one's activated. So we'll just move on to the next one. One more to check, and that was at Norg. Okay, so right up here in the northern section where the auction area is and the Nomad Moogle and the Porter Moogle and stuff, here is the fount for here, and we talked to Wistful Bison. Are you an adventurer? I see you have a prototype of tuner. You got that from Anastas, didn't you? If that's the case, I've found where the magnetic field is at its strongest, but the person in charge tells me I have to keep fishing up sublagaria and leggings from the local waters before he'll let me... Nah, never mind. You don't want to hear my depressing stories anyway. Let's just get this over with. Do you want to record the activity at the spot? Yes. Sometimes I can barely work up the energy to do even the simplest task. Put your prototype of tuner here, I guess. Our prototype of tuner has been attuned to a geomagnetic fount in Norg. Oh, joy, you succeeded. It's now ready to go whenever you are. I've been told to mind this waypoint, so use it as much as you want. No one ever takes my feelings into account anyway. As I'm sure is obvious, my burning passion for adventure led me to join this survey of the Middlelands. On my way here, though, I got lost in a cave. I always get lost. I was able to get out by remembering to put my right hand on the wall, and you don't care. Eventually, I wandered here. With all the strange artifacts around, this isn't the worst place I could have ended up. What? Anastas wants a report from me? Ugh, no. I guess I don't have a choice. It'd look bad if he reported in and I didn't. Thanks for giving me more work to do, stranger. Oh, and while you're making unnecessary small talk, can I ask where in the world we are? And we may now travel to Norg via waypoints. Okay, so that's all for... Let's head back to Anastas now and... Alright, so let's report in to Anastas. Hail and good tidings. May I please take a look at your prototype tuner? This is amazing. You have traveled to the 4 locations I have requested and recorded the data in the geomagnetic fount. It's there. Adventurers are truly as reliable as I was led to believe. All in a day's work, I suppose. You have my undying gratitude for your efforts. Allow me to present this to you as a mere token of my appreciation. We get 3 trail cookies and 400 conquest points. Alright. So we want to talk to him again to do more, but first we have to zone out of here. So we'll be right back. Oko, my friend. It is good to see you again. With what may I assist you today? So, let's expand these warp options. Utterly magnificent. I suppose adventurers always have to have a sixth sense about these sorts of things. I've just received word that my colleague, Kui Orib, has predicted the existence of geomagnetic founts in new lands. Would you like to hear more information about these hotspots? What do we choose here? None. Which spot are you interested in? Do I have to click these? Complete? What? Complete. Some of these say complete, so I'm a little... I guess we've activated some of these. Oh, really? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I'm gonna go to them again. I don't care. I'm just gonna go to them. I shall remain here with ears trained for word of your success. Yeah, it looks like some of them are activated, but that's fine. Whatever. Okay, the first one we're gonna be looking for is in the West Ron 4. Alright, so the first one that was up on this ledged part from going through the Bostigna Oubliette. We did, I'm sure we checked this one before. Let's just see. Something seems natural. No, that's not it. Yeah, here we are, the geomagnetic fount. It has already been recovered, so that was one of the ones we'd already gotten. Yeah, we came up here to fight a monster that you fight when you click this. It was one of those, like, orc mechanical things. But anyway, I thought we had that one, but I just thought we'd check quickly. So the next one we're going to go to is in North Gustaberg. And we have to go through Dangraf Wadi to get to this one. Alright, so that was a bit of a trek through Dangraf Wadi. I don't think I've ever done that before. So there's the geomagnetic fount there. How do we get over there? We can't cross the river by foot. Now, we don't come down here very often. I guess we just gotta go along here until we find a bridge and then go back. Yeah, we had to come here at one point in order to go to the waterfall to fill a cantina or something like that. I don't know. I think we might have taken a different route there before. I don't know. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I'm sure I've been down here, and that's probably the only way to do it. So I guess I've gone through that before, but I don't remember it. Anyway, this is most likely one of the geomagnetic founts we have not yet activated. Okay, so here we go. Let's check this out. Your prototype tuner has been attuned to a geomagnetic fount in North Gustaberg. You may now travel to North Gustaberg via waypoints. Okay, great. So the next one I want to check now is in West Sarudabaruda. Alright, so here in West Sarudabaruda, there's this, one of the towers that leads down into the Horototo ruins. But I think that there is one around here somewhere. Yes, it's right here on the back of this, stairway here. Yep, our prototype tuner has been attuned to a geomagnetic fount in West Sarudabaruda. That's a tough one. That's a more hidden one. Alright, so the next one we're going to need is in Lathine Plateau. But it's one of those tricky spots where you have to go all the way through Ordell's Caves to get there. That's a real pain in the butt, but yeah. I'll just meet you guys at that one on Lathine Plateau on the bottom of one of those crags, I believe, those crevices. Alright, so we just went all the way through Ordell's Caves in a very specific way in order to get to this particular spot of Lathine Plateau. Let's make sure we don't pass it. So yeah, it should be just up ahead here. Yeah, so I guess the common theme here, there it is, the geomagnetic fount. I guess this is all about putting these warp points in hard to get spots. Usually spots where you have to kind of go through another area to get to, or you have to go around a big roundabout way to get to. Let's attune this one. There we are. So that one's tuned. I just love Lathine Plateau. It's one of my favorite little areas. Okay, so the next one we're going to want to look for is in the Conchat Highlands. Alright, so here in the Conchat Highlands, up in this little corner here, there's one of the spines. We have to get around this. There should be just a little part where the land will be, allow us to dip around. Yeah, and on the other side of here, we should find a geomagnetic fount somewhere. So let's take a little look. That's not good. Well, there it is way up there. See, I guess we can reach it from here or something. Let's see what happens when we come up to here. Alright. Out of range. Out of range. I don't understand. How can that be? Oh, I see. They want us to... We have to go actually along the spine. I didn't know we could even do that. That's cool. Let's take a look here. Oh, I always get phone calls when I start recording. Oh my gosh. Alright, here we go. Don't screw up. Oh! What? Okay, I better get off the chocobo. You gotta be kidding me. This is crazy. Okay. Oh, wow. We're platforming here, folks. Oh, my gosh. That's terrible. Ah! I'm scared. Ah! Ah! Oh, wow. This is crazy. I never would have imagined we'd have to do this. Huh. We're almost there. Ah! Let me know when I'm close enough. Come on, game. Alright, here we go. It's gotta be close enough. There we go. Whew, that was... Yikes. Wow, look at that view. Okay, so there's one in the Yugner Forest, guys, but I'm not going to go to that one because I know I've activated that one before, 100%. That's the one where you have to go all the way through King Rampire's tomb in order to get there. It's not easy. It's not hard to get to. It just takes time, but I don't want to walk through King Rampire's tomb, so I know we can leave that one. So the next one I want to check out then is in Triumvirate Canyon. Okay, so here we are in Triumvirate Canyon. Now we should be finding it pretty soon. It should be somewhere around here. So there it is. Alright, so it's right by this little rock here. Very inconspicuous spot. There we are. We never found that one before, so there you go. Alright, so the next one then we're going to check out is in the Pashao Marshlands. That should be another easy one. Yeah, Lore Marsh. That's where this little pond is, so it is somewhere around here. We're in the right area. Nope, that's it. There it is right there. Alright, so here we are in this inconspicuous spot. A little puddle next to the lake. There we are. Prototype of tuner attuned to the Pashao Marshlands. Alright, so the next one we're going to check out is at the Merifited Mountains. Alright. So here we are in the Merifited Mountains. We're approaching the spine that goes through the area. And we want to sort of... get out of the way, stupid fly. Alright, so we want to be sort of right on the border between G and H, which we are. Yeah, around 8. So it's right around here somewhere. Oh! I just saw it. Alright, here we go. Yeah, we are right under the spine. Trying to get a good look at it. Wow. Alright, so we'll click on this spot here. And there we are. Now that one's attuned to the Merifited Mountains. Okay, so the next one we're going to go to is in the Ulaguran range. I don't think we can use this yet. No, we can't. So I'll meet you guys there. I'm just going to run back to the outpost. Alright, and here's the area where in Abyssia we were grinding for the epidemic horns. Yeah, fighting the big behemoth. Oh boy, I spent a lot of time here. Collecting all that junk. Ugh, that was a tough one. Alright, so here we are on the Ulaguran Range. Now we're about to head into this little area here. So let's go in. I don't think we've ever been in this area before. Oh, we have in Abyssia. We've been in this area, but I don't think we've ever been in here before. In the real world, let's head over towards this frozen waterfall. I think it's probably around here, so... Oh! It looks like we actually might be able to get through here. It looks like there was a passage behind that waterfall. So we have to get through here. But the thing is, this, it only happens when there's no weather. So we just have to wait. That sucks. Wow. Alright, well that's it. Then I'm just gonna have to just wait here until this opens up. Okay, so we didn't have to wait long. There it is. The weather stopped and the tunnel opened up. So we're gonna come through here. I don't want to go past it. It should be just on the inside here somewhere, I think. Ugh, there's monsters. Okay, so we'll follow this tunnel. Al-Gululik. Wonder if that's a notorious monster. Yeah, so the underground tunnels are, of course, always sort of hidden on the map. Here's a home crystal I guess we'll activate since we're here. We've never activated this one before, so there's another one. There we are. And did I just see it? Here it is. The geomagnetic fount right next to it. Alright, so there's one more to attune, and it is in the Ottawa Chasm, but this is the most annoying one to get, and I think I might have already gotten it, because it's in a really difficult place to get to, and I feel like if I'd gone through all that effort... I've done it once before, in some episode. I don't know what episode it was. So I'm just going to go back to our friend now in Rulu Gardens and just see if we've fulfilled everything. And if we have to get that last one, then we will. Alright, so let's talk to Anastas and see what he has to say about how we're doing. Oko, my friend, it is good to see you again. With what may I assist you today? Any new predictions? What about these? So I guess I'm not done. Let me see. What about these? What am I supposed to do again? How do I look? What about... Alright, so here's the complete list. So, that's too bad. We have to go back and do the Ottawa Chasm. Okay, well, we'll do it now. It's really annoying, but... Ugh, you'll see. It's another platforming thing. Darn it, it's too bad I didn't activate it when I was up there before. I don't remember what I had to go there for. Some sort of quest or something? I don't remember. Oh, shoot. I think Ottawa... I think we have to take a survival guide there. Let me just see. Okay, I'm just going to, follow the map that's online. It's called the Paradamo Tour. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is it. So go like this. It's all platforming. Is this right? Let's see. No, that was not the right spot. So let's see. Here. Oops. Wow, we're not doing very good here. Not doing very good here. Wow, what's going on here? Yeah, you always want to make sure that the camera is sort of right where you are. So there's a crack here. Let's see here. I guess we just have to wait. I think we might be at the wrong spot. Yeah, I think we're supposed to be over here, actually. Yeah, because it said we want to be on the eastern side of the mountain. I was on the southern side. So let's just look around here for a little bit. So this might be it here. Okay, let's go here. Come up here. Oh! Yikes. Come up here. Yeah, and then we go up here. Okay, we just gotta wait for this cloud to pass. Yeah, I can't get through these little cracks when there's this black miasma coming through. Alright, so here it is. It's kind of dissipating. So we cross that. Now we should be coming up to a bone. So yeah, just make sure that you keep the camera sort of like flat. So now I think we might need to change the camera angle to behind. Ah! Don't fall. I'm gonna tap my way across. Yeah, okay, so there we are. There's a bone. Now we're gonna go over. So we can't pass this miasma. So we're gonna go down a ledge. And then go to the end. And go down a ledge. Okay, we're alright. We're supposed to fall, so it's alright. Okay, and then we'll go up this way. Yeah, so now there's more miasma. We can't pass this miasma. So we'll go down. Yikes. Gotta move the camera. So, okay, yep, along here. So far, so good. Yep, there's sort of a little ladder thing here we want to go up. Ah! Is it against the wall? I guess it is. I thought it might have to be in the middle again. Alright, so that brings us up. Then we want to go up. And we want to go all the way up. And then we're going to fall down. We'll come towards some more miasma. We just gotta wait for this to stop. Alright, here we go. So we'll pass this. And we're gonna go all the way along here until we fall. We should go down. Yep. And cross that crack. And we're going to go along here. We should be coming up to another one of those bone bridges, if we did this right. Here it is. Okay, we passed that. Now we're going to go up to more miasma and then fall down. Ah! Yikes! Okay, now we're going to go around here. And then we want to go up. First chance we get. Uh-oh. I feel like we might have screwed up here. Oh, maybe not. I don't know if I did this right. I hope so. And then up here. Yeah, and then across this crack. And then up here. Yeah, and then over here. And then along here. We're almost there. And then up here. And then around up here. Nope. That's not right. Yeah, we want to go this way. Yeah, towards this spine. And then at the end of the spine, we're going to drop down. And then, yeah, wait for this miasma to dissipate. Then we go through here. We're almost there. This is the last little obstacle, as long as we can stay on the wall. Stay against the wall. See how annoying this is? Yeah, and I can't even remember why we had to come up here. It must have been a story thing, or I don't know what. I can't imagine them making us do this for one of the missions. Story missions. This would drive a lot of people crazy trying to get through here. It had to have been... I don't know what. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll find out in editing. Maybe I'll put a little footnote in here if I ever figure that out. Alright, so here we go. Get over there. There we go. And we're done. As long as we can stay against the wall, we should be able to get up onto the top of the mountain here. Alright. So here we are. We're on top. Then there's the geomagnetic found. It's a shame we didn't do this last time we were here, but that's okay. At least we did it in one attempt here. So there we go. Alright, so now let's head back to, what's his face in Rulud Gardens. Anastas. Alright, so here we are back at Anastas. Let's show him what we did. Hail and good tidings. May I please take a look at your prototype tuner? This is amazing. You have traveled to the 11 locations I have requested and recorded the data in the geomagnetic fount there. The vim and vigor of you adventurers surely knows no bounds. To imagine that one could accomplish my charge without shedding as much as a drop of sweat. And now, for your reward. We get some trail cookies and conquest points. Alright, so we have more work to do with him, though. But first we have to zone. So we'll just take a quick little break, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so here we are back at Anastas. Let's talk to him again. Oko, my friend, it's good to see you again. What may I assist you with today? Must Must have more warp destinations. I sense the hands of fate have bound us together through our mutually insatiable curiosity. And yes, my intrepid friend, Kui Oribe has found yet more locations for us, well, you, to examine. Would you like to hear more? No. May your steps be swift and your blades true. Alright, so we're off to find more areas, and now these are ones that are found within dungeons. Right? The first set was in towns, the second set was in outdoor areas in the lands, and now we're going within dungeons. I think we're gonna, so we're not gonna be able to, well, we can for some of them. I was gonna say we can't use warp points, but for the most part we're gonna be using survival guides. Alright, so the first one that we will check out, we'll do the first three. There's one each in Devoy, Bordeaux, and Castle Ostroja. So we'll do those three first. Oh, there it is right there. So, yeah, that was an easy one to get. The geomagnetic fount. Can I reach it from here? Yep. So there it is. The first one in Devoy. Very easy to get to. Just right near the entrance. Okay, I'm just going to go back to the survival guide and we'll head to Bordeaux. Hopefully they're all this easy. Okay, so I think right up here is where we're supposed to be going. There's one of these things that can mute us. Yeah, and I think the geomagnetic fount should be right behind it. There it is. Yep, we never got that one before. All right. So the next one will be at Castle Ostroja. Alright, I just want to talk to him briefly. I should have done this before. I just want to see if he has anything to say. Any new founts? Would you like to hear more? Yeah, so I just wanted to see. Those are the first two I just did. So I haven't gotten any other ones. Oh, Darkness. This one. What's this one? This Darkness. This is Castle Zal Keep. So we don't need to do that one. Alright, that's fine. Okay, I just wanted to check. That saved us a little time. We've explored the Castle Zal Keep a lot. You can just look up where it is if you really need to know where that one is. So this next one, Castle Ostroja, is really easy. It's just like right at the survival guide. So we'll get that one quickly, and then we'll be moving on to Quicksand Caves after that. Alright, so the waypoint is pretty close to where we are, but we can't quite get to it until we go around. It's like, it was right in front of us there, but yeah, we gotta go around to get it. Yeah. So come in here. It should be right around the corner from where we just were. Oh, there it is, geomagnetic fount. Super easy one, right on the other side. The entrance is right dead straight ahead there is where we just were. Alright, so that one's activated. Okay, so let's head to the Quicksand Caves. Alright, yeah, you need a lodestone, which is a key item to get through that door. Yeah, so here we are, in this area. The point should be right down here. Down here there's a little, there's a pit here. But there's the geomagnetic font right there. Let's just get close to the edge. There we are. So there's the one from Quicksand Caves. Okay, so next let's check out the Sea Serpent Grotto. We know our way around there pretty well. Alright, so we just had to use a mithril beast coin to get through the mithril door in the Sea Serpent Grotto. And we're just gonna head along here until we get to J7, and it should be somewhere around here. Let's go a little further. I just saw it. There it is. Alright, so there's the geomagnetic font right there at, oops. There we are, this part of the Sea Serpent Grotto. Alright, so next we will head to the Temple of Ugalapi. Alright, so we want to be heading straight up into this area here. In the Boyata tree. We're going to go up here. There's a little drop here. It's a one-way drop, but that's okay. Alright, and we're basically done. This is, yeah, the Boyata tree. We want to head up to D4. Alright, so it should be around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Alright, so here's the geomagnetic fount. There we go. Right in that area there. Okay. Alright, so this is another one we could have gotten a long time ago. We were even in this room just recently, but we want to go to this square room straight ahead. And there's a hidden door on the east side. Yeah, we literally just did this. What was it for again? I can't remember why we were here. But yeah, we opened in here, and there's a bunch of pots in here, and the geomagnetic font should be right inside here. There it is. Alright, yeah. Anyway, there's that one, so that's an easy one. Alright, so the next place we're going to head to is the Ravern site B01. I'm going to bring a few people in for this one because we actually need to grind for something. We can just bring a smaller party in, it doesn't really matter. Okay, now we want to fight a few dragons on the way because we actually need an item. We need to pick up a giant scale, which you can get from any dragon in this area. So here's our first one on the way. Let's see if we get lucky on the first try. We did. There we go. So we need that item. Alright, and we go down here to this one. Alright, so we're trying to get to the southern island here. They're all connected, little warps. But this next warp coming up here, this is the one that we need the giant scale for. So this is an unstable displacement, so you need to use dragon scales to get through those ones. And I can't quite remember how to do this. We might have to trade it. Let me just see if we can just click on it with it in our inventory. Yeah, let's trade that giant scale to it. Here we are. And then click on it. Yep. Alright, we'll keep heading south through these little floating islands. Alright, and this is the last warp we need to make. Alright, so here we are. We should be on the southern island now. Yep, so we're going to look for... There's a little... The geomagnetic font is here somewhere. We got to look... There's a little statue here. I think it's behind it. There it is. Geomagnetic font. Fount. Oh, it's floating on one of those little pieces there. So there we are. There it's attuned. Okay, so we already got the one in Castle Zal. That means the only one left to get is... This is a place I'm quite unfamiliar with, but we need to go to Oldton Mavalpolis. Yeah, where the goblins live, basically. It's like the goblins' homeland. So I'll just meet you guys there, and this one looks complicated, but we'll figure it out together. That wasn't too bad. We got lucky. There was one part there where we might have had to move a gate in order to open it, and I was prepared to do that. I had just brought along a fire sand. Yeah, there it is. I just saw it. Yeah, here, one of these. They're cheap on the auction house, or you can make them through alchemy, but we didn't need it after all. But anyway, so now we're in Old Navopolis, and we should be very close to where we want to be. So it's at C10. Oh, well, we have a long way to go. Wait a minute. Oh, no. 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 It is here. Yeah, right there. I got confused with another part. So here we are, right near this part of Mavopolis. Oldton Navopolis. You find the prototype of tuner there. Okay, so I think that was the last one. So let's head back to Ruler Gardens then. And report into... Anastas. Alrighty, let's talk to Anastas. Report in. I am pleased that you have returned safely. May I see your prototype tuner? This is amazing. You have traveled to the 10 locations I have requested and recorded the data in the geomagnetic founts there. Your efforts have taken you to lands both far and wide. I congratulate you on having trekked so far throughout Vanadil. There are no words to describe how I feel for all you have done. Even my most compelling reward is an insufficient prize. Alright, more trail cookies and conquest points. Alright, so I'm just going to zone and then come right back, and we have one more little quest that we can do. Well, they're not that little, are they? These are pretty big, but... Yeah, one more quest we can do with Anastas before we finish off this quest series. Alright, so here we are again at Anastas. Let's talk to the bud. Let's talk to our friend. Oko, my friend, it is good to see you again. With what may I assist you today? What about these warp points? Let me just hear. I am sure you have noticed this mysterious device resting on at my side. In Adeline, we refer to the items as waypoints, so we know all about that. Any more information? Oh, there's an invisible option, apparently. Oh, yeah, there is. Oh, thank you and good day. Wow, so there's an invisible option here. Whatever do you mean? I suppose I shouldn't hide behind blank stares. For you see, warping to incredibly dangerous locales is, at times, truly frightening, though I am aware you chose this option out of curiosity. Knowing what I have just told you, would you still like to accept this task? It couldn't hurt much. On second thought, tell me more. It couldn't hurt much. You mean it? I had just been bluffing, but you're really going to? Adventure awaits. An adventurer you are, in the literal sense of the word. Let me respond to your courageous request with the utmost confidence. I hereby present you with this geomagnetic compass. Take it with you to areas for which the recorded data has begun to deteriorate. There are several locations in question. Which will you choose? We'll start with tough as butter, which is probably easy. Butter's not very hard. So be it, then. I have prepared the waypoint for your use. May you come back in one piece. Aha. It's warped us to the Paschal marshlands. So are we just supposed to go to where the geomagnetic thing was? I don't know. Let me just see here. Yeah, we have to go to, I guess, to the geomagnetic founts that we activated before. Can we call a mount? Yes? So, here we go. So here was... This was one of the easier ones to do, to be sure. Alright, but here we are in the Paschal marshlands. It was in this puddle here, right in front of this little pond. We bring this here. Your records surrounding the current geomagnetic phenomenon had been fading. But your use of the geomagnetic compass has restored them to normal, and we get some limit points. And that's it. It doesn't warp us. I don't suppose we can warp back, can we? You have successfully recorded the phenomenon. Now it is time to report your findings to Anastas. Alright. Okay, well, I'm just looking it up now, and, well, let's just talk to him first and just see if he says anything unique. That twinkling is that success, I sense? Your geomagnetic compass, please. Yes. Alright, so basically, yeah, trail cookies. So we can keep doing these over and over. He'll send us to different areas, and some are more difficult than others. But yeah, basically you can get conquest points and trail cookies. And this is basically how you grind for trail cookies if you want to. I'm just looking up at what they do. They are part of the Adeland. I mean, it looks like you can buy them. You can buy these trail cookies from merchants in Adeland for 8 gil. So, anyway, I don't really see any reason to go through every single one of these. Because there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 locations. We just did one, so there's 10 more. And you just go... Yeah, you just talk to him and he sends you to another place. The other ones are... Paschal Marshlands, Marifated Mountains, Conchat Highlands, Olton Mavopolis, the Ugner Forest, Sea Serpent Grotto, and then the hardest ones are Quicksand Caves, Ottawa Chasm, and the Ulugurand Range, and I really don't want to do the Ottawa one again. So I just think we're going to leave it at that. So there you go. Yeah, there's how you unlock all the founts, and now we can click on one of these in lots of other parts of the world, and I guess we can travel to different places. Let's see. So look at all these areas we can travel to now. through these waypoints, and I guess we can do that from Adeline as well. We basically unlocked them all. Here it is. Okay. Yep. Oh, that's good for now. Alright, so, there you go. But that's everything for today. Thank you everybody for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking down below. I'm Oko, and I'll see you guys all on our next episode of Final Fantasy XI. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. Bye for now.